Okay, the next session is introduction of Rikkyo study project. We call it RSP project. So Professor KEAVENEY, please come to the stage again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fujieda. Again, I'll open my screen, a different presentation. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Thank you very much again, Chris KEAVENEY. I'm going to switch gears now a little bit and talk about our new RSP. It's called the Peace Program. The Peace Program is our new undergraduate English language programs. I'll talk about the Peace Program and each of the 3 programs contained at the end of the Aegis of Peace. I'll talk about student support at Rikkyo University. We'll talk about general admissions as well. I'll describe internships and explain tuition costs and scholarship opportunities, and finally the application process for these new programs. PEACE is an acronym, and you can read the acronym. I won't read it for you, but we're trying to prepare students who have the abilities to contribute to a more peaceful and ethical society. There are 3 programs contained under the Aegis of Peace, and these are all new programs. The first is called Peace CIC in the College of Intercultural Communication. The second is the Global Program in the Department of International Business Law. And the final is the Global Liberal Arts Program. One thing that all 3 programs share in common is small size. Our classes tend to be quite small in this new program. In fact, the average is about 12 to 15 students. So in such an environment, you imagine you're very involved in conversations, in dialogues, in discussions about the topics of the course. I'll first introduce PCIC. This is the first of the 3 programs. Again, the College of Intercultural Communication. PCIC fosters the ability to propose solutions for an increasingly diverse and complex society. PCIC is focused on communication and building strong communication skills and intercultural competency. Students explore multicultural perspectives from one of 4 fields: language studies, translation and interpreting studies, communication studies, and global studies. And students can choose courses from among those 4, freely from among those 4 fields. There's a great number of courses offered by this new PCIC program, but they include, for example, communication and citizenship, language and identity, globalization and gender, introduction to interpreting, there's a simultaneous interpreting course as well, bilingualism, and Orientalism and media. Students who graduate from this program can pursue careers that require intercultural competence, including, of course, language teaching, translation and interpreting, international development, or working for global companies or NPOs. I should have mentioned also PCIC has a great number of study abroad partners. The second program, the second of the Peace programs, is the one in which I teach. It's called GLAP, the Global Liberal Arts Program. GLAP builds upon Rikkyo University's strong liberal arts tradition, a tradition we've talked about several times today, in a small, intensive language program. Students choose from among one of 3 major concentrations: business, citizenship, or humanities. One of the features of our program, special features, is called late specialization. Students take coursework in all 3 areas before declaring their major, which takes place in junior year, often after study abroad, which I'll talk about in a moment. There's an intensive academic advising and career program assistance that starts from the very beginning, and one of the important features of the program is we prepare global leaders. All students participate in the Global Leadership Program in both freshman and sophomore years. There's a number of courses offered in our department, but every student starts with a tutorial, which is a very small seminar which teaches research and writing, 3 to 4 students. And then students take a variety of courses. Some of them include Japanese literature in the world, civil society, organization and corporate social responsibilities, business and society. And there's a study abroad option, in fact, highly recommended for our students, which is a 1-year study abroad opportunity. And we have 20 direct relationships in Europe, Asia, and North America. So great opportunity to study abroad. We are in our 6th year now, so of the 3 programs, we're the one that's extant. We have 2 years of graduates, and our graduates are expected to play an active role working for international organizations and businesses that have a global reach. GLAP graduates are prepared to pursue postgraduate education at institutions in Japan and abroad. Some of the institutions, the businesses you'll be familiar with that our students are working at: Yamaha Music, Dyson Corporation, McKinsey and Company of Financial Consulting based in the United States, Rakuten, and we also have students studying at Tokyo and Osaka universities. The third program is the global program of the Department of International Business Law, a brand new program started this year. The global program hones students' legal knowledge and skills and develops global talent and what they call legal minds. Their motto is crossing borders through a legal education. The program teaches a legal approach to international legal disputes and social issues. It examines differences between Japanese law and other national legal systems from social, historical, and other perspectives. There's a great variety of courses in this new program, and they include Introduction to Legal Studies, Contract Law, International Business Law, in keeping with the international focus of the program, Comparative Constitutional Law. There's also great study abroad opportunities at our many study abroad partners, but there's specific programs at Singapore Management University and at the Oxford University Summer Program. The global program provides a foundation of legal knowledge and skills in English to work in an international environment. It does not give you a legal degree, I should say that, but it does prepare students who want to pursue legal degrees or law school, but also prepares them for graduate studies in the social sciences, and of course to work in businesses, think tanks, and NPOs. I would like to say a word about the difference between the Peace Program and our general admissions programs. The Peace Program is only open to those who possess citizenship other than Japanese. If you're a Japanese citizen, you have a Japanese passport, you're eligible to apply for the many other Rikkyo University academic programs, which are mostly conducted in Japanese. The Peace Program does not require an entrance examination, written exam, or an interview. The General Admissions Program, however, which is contained in 10 colleges and a variety of majors, does have an entrance examination conducted in the General Admissions Program. Again, just to emphasize, the General Admissions Program is conducted primarily in Japanese. You have to have a high level of Japanese to participate. These are the general admissions colleges, and the many majors. I'm not going to read the majors, but I'll go through the colleges. We have a College of Arts, a College of Business, a College of Economics, a College of Intercultural Communication we just talked about a moment ago, a College of Law and Politics we also mentioned, a College of Science, and a College of Sociology. All of these 10 colleges are located, 7 colleges, I'm sorry, are located on the Ikebukuro campus. On our NISA campus, we have programs in Community and Human Services, Contemporary Psychology, College of Tourism, and finally a brand new program in Sports and Wellness, which will be starting in the upcoming year. We have a great program of support for our international students. I just want to say a word about that. We have an international student dormitory, which in fact is required for our incoming Peace students. We have an orientation for international students to help them get acclimated. We have an international office which helps with a variety of things, including housing, scholarships, immigration issues, etc. We have both a clinic and student counseling center on campus with English-speaking staff, and we also have a Students with Disability office. There's the Center for Japanese Language Education, which is very important for all students studying Japanese at all levels, and it includes a tutoring system, free tutoring. And finally, we have a career center for help finding internships and finding your career. Student life at Rikkyo is very lively. There's much we could say. We could spend a lot of time talking about this alone, but I'll just say that we have something for every student's interest. We have clubs and circles that revolve around culture, athletics, service clubs. We have a great sports facility you saw a photograph earlier, and we have a world-class library. But what was mentioned also earlier is we also have the Global Lounge, which is pictured at the bottom right of this slide, where international students get together with Japanese students for cultural events, food, often food, and visits to cultural sites, field trips. Just a word about housing. We have first-year Peace students are required to live in a dormitory called DK House Narima, which is, and the entire 4th floor is reserved for our Peace students. The dormitory is located less than 30 minutes from our main campus, there's professional staff there, there's upperclassmen who lives on the floor to provide support as you acclimate to life in Japan. Thereafter, we have a great number of housing opportunities. There are additional dormitories. We also have students will often choose to live in share houses, apartments, and there's a real estate agent with whom we work to help students find the appropriate housing. Internships are one of the things that we recommend every university student think about. They're a great way to get experience, often to lead to a career. And the Career Center supplies support in a variety of ways. There's something, for example, called the Overseas Internship, which allows students to, during the break, school break, to do an internship abroad and receive college credit. It's a great opportunity. There's also a job search seminar specifically designed for international students to help them find their career after graduation. I won't have time to read these, but you can do a screenshot if you'd like. Our international students, again, often avail themselves of internships. These are two of my students. One is a student from South Korea who completed 2 internships, and the other is a student from the People's Republic of China who completed an overseas internship, and both of them described them as life-changing experiences. So it indeed is a very important thing to consider. Students often ask about graduate studies at Rikkyo University, so I'll just say a few words. We do, as you heard in an earlier slide, have 14 graduate schools and 27 academic programs. However, you should know that the great majority of these programs are conducted in Japanese, and you have to have sufficient Japanese to pursue these degrees. However, we do have 3 programs, 3 English language master's programs. I'll give you a second if you'd like to go ahead and access the QR code. That will get you to the site to give you more information about those programs. The next topic is a very important one, so I need to spend a moment on this, and that has to do with the cost of a Rikkyo education. The tuition differs from among the 3 peace programs I've just described. PCIC, I'll use US dollars if you don't mind, it's in parentheses. The cost in the current exchange rates of US dollars is about $7,800. For the global program, Department of International Business Law, it's about $8,400. And for the Global Liberal Arts program, a small self-contained program, the current rate, it's about $12,700. That does not include housing, which is about equivalent about $500 US per month on average. It does not include ground transportation, trains, and it does not include food. But even when you put all of that together, please look at the number at the bottom, $38,000. That's the average cost of tuition alone at American universities. I taught for many years at American University. So that's the average cost, and that's for tuition alone. So by those standards, you can see that the cost of a Rikkyo education is still quite a bargain, and the news gets better, because we have some great scholarship opportunities for our international students. The first is precisely aimed at incoming students. It's called the Rikkyo Promising Future Scholarship. There are 10 recipients, 10 scholarships available for our incoming students. Again, this is for students coming in who show a strong desire to take part in Rikkyo University studies and campus life. The amount is 1 million yen if students enter in April, but if, as in the case of many students, you enter in September, it's actually 1.5 million yen. So a substantial amount to help students, to help defer the cost of their education. Thereafter, from second year onward, second, third, fourth year, students can apply for the Rikkyo Exceptional Student Scholarship, and this is based on their academic work. There are 30 scholarships available, and there are 5 students who receive 800,000 yen scholarships, and the additional 25 students would receive 600,000 yen scholarships. So again, substantial help for students in terms of paying for their education. The entrance requirements for peace are contained on this website, so please, by all means, go ahead and access this QR code, and you'll find out information about the requirements. What I'll say is that they differ from country to country, and we have students applying from all over the world. And so if you go to the site, it will tell you if you have a background in an American institution, Canadian institution, Malaysian institution, etc. It will describe those requirements in detail. So please go ahead and access that site. The application takes place online, and the online application website opened yesterday. So it's available now. We certainly encourage you to apply as soon as possible. It opened, it's a web-based application system, and the deadline is December 2nd. So it opened yesterday, the deadline is December 2nd, and you'll be notified in January 20th. If you missed the first round, however, there is a second round, and that second round opens on January 30th, and the deadline is February 13th. Again, you can see the dates here. So it's all done online. To access the online application, again, here's the QR code. Go ahead and access that code. And again, it's open, so we encourage you, if you're ready to apply as soon as you can. There's more to say about Rikkyo University and all that we have to offer. We have an Instagram site, you'd imagine we would, and the QR code is right here. So please go ahead and find out more about studying at Rikkyo and about our academic programs. Thank you very much. We'll have time, of course, for the question and answer period later. Thank you so much.